Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. You have already learned percentages, right? And application of percentages is in various topics including the topic of discounts and taxes. You can't just escape this topic in competitive exams, and students of class 7th, 8th, watch out. You are going to learn something very useful in this video. Before I take up the explanatory questions on discount and taxes, let me tell you about the best Vedic Maths course which we have brought out. It's a video course, and this video course is the complete beginner level course. As you can see here, I have mentioned the characteristics and the topics here. The addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and divisibility. These 5 aspects of Vedic Maths have been covered in this video course, and if your child or you yourself are aspiring to develop a 10 times faster speed of calculations, then this video course is for you, right? So if your beginner level is good, then subsequent levels will automatically be good. In this course we have given 61 explanatory videos, concepts and illustrations, 114 worksheets which you can use to evaluate yourself, and it is it comes with the answer key also. So grab a copy of this amazing India's #1 Vedic Maths video course now. How do you get it? You can find my WhatsApp number in the description box below, and here also I have mentioned it, 9896369963. Send me a message on WhatsApp to avail the best offer going on this amazing video course. So friends, what are we waiting for? Let's get into the questions of the applications of percentages to the questions of discounts and taxes. The first question I am going to take up is this. So there is a dealer who purchased a fan for 1200 rupees, and he gives a discount of 20% on its mark price, and still he gains 20%. So even after allowing a discount of 20%, he is getting a gain of 20%. So we need to obviously find the mark price of the fan. Okay, so you can pause the video here, try to do it and play the video if you don't get it, and I'll tell you the simplest possible method. See, the cost price, that means he purchased it for 1200, right? So 1200 is the cost price, plus he is getting a gain of 20%. So 20% of this, which is the profit or the gain, is 10% is 120, so 20% is 240, right? And that gives us the selling price, which is 1200 plus 240 is 1440. So actually he sold it for 1440 rupees. Okay. Now we don't know the mark price, right? So x, which is the mark price, minus 20%, which is the discount. 20% of x is 20 upon 100, that is 1 by 5, right? So x upon 5, this is the discount. So mark price minus discount gives you what? The selling price. And the selling price we already know is 1440. So all you need to do is to solve this simple equation, get the value of x, and your question will be solved. I'll leave the calculation part to you. This is a quite easy thing to do. X minus x upon 5 is equal to 1440 is a simple linear equation, right? So try to get the answer of x as 1800, which will give you the mark price of the item. Friends, questions are not at all difficult. It's just the thinking. We have to think about the numbers, the concepts, the keywords in the question in a correct manner, right? Let's move on to the next one. So there is a blazer which was sold for 1400 after allowing a discount. See, whenever it is after allowing a discount, it is the selling price. So the selling price is 1400. And how do you get the selling price? You get the selling price after subtracting the discount from the mark price, right? So he wants us to find the mark price. So mark price is x. Discount, how much is discount? 25%. And 25% of x obviously is a quarter of x, right? So I can write it as x upon 4. Again, the question here and the question here closely resembles each other. So I am going to leave this question as a DIY, do it yourself question. You can find the value of X, which will give you the mark price of the blazer, and let me know in the comments of the video, did you get it right, and post your answers. I will evaluate. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Successive discounts, very important, very important. Why? Most of the competitions you find questions on successive discount. So let's try to understand this. Question is not at all difficult. There are short tricks also, but since my intention of making this video is to tell you the various applications of percentages to crack questions of discounts and taxes, therefore I am doing it the traditional manner. Okay, right. So we have the cost price as 350. Now this is the cost price. Now what is happening? The first discount is 3%. So obviously minus 3%. That means minus 3% of this. Now if you are good in calculating the percentages, the question is not going to bother you. The 10% is 35, right? 3% is 3.5 times 3, that is 10.5. Now if you subtract 10.5 from 350, you are going to get the price after the first discount, and this comes out to be 0.5933, 339.5. This is the price after first discount. Now the second discount. The second discount is 5%. So minus 5%. So minus how much? So you should know that 10% of this is 33.95. So 5% will be half of that, and that comes out to be 16.975. Now if you subtract these two quantities, you are going to get the price after second discount, and it comes out to be 322.525. Now the final thing, what is the third discount? It is 10%. So furthermore we have to subtract 10% from this, and 10% obviously just shift the decimal one digit towards the left, it will be minus 32.2525. And if you subtract these two, you are going to get the selling price of the book. So the selling price of the book after subtracting these two quantities will be 290.2725. 290.2725. Now this is the selling price of the book, and he is asking us to find the total discount also. So the total discount will be, what was the cost price? 350, right? And he is selling it for 290.2725. So the total discount will be the difference of these two. So you can subtract these two, and again this is the second thing you have to comment in the box here and tell me what is the difference of these two and what is the total discount. Okay, right. Let's move on to the fourth one. An easy question of GST, and I think this everybody will know this very easily. So GST is always added to the cost price of the item. Okay, so if you have cost price of an item to be 890 and you always add GST to this, GST is 18%, so plus 18% of cost price. This is the GST that will give you the selling price. So obviously this is a simple calculation which we can do and find what is the selling price. For this calculation, I think I will cancel this. This becomes 890 plus, so 18 times 89, 1602, right, and divided by 10 is 160.2, 160.2, and if you add these two, you get your final answer for the selling price. It is 1050.20. So this is the selling price of the item. Why the selling price is more? Because tax is always added. Okay, so whatever is the cost price, you add 18% of that cost price to the cost price itself, you will get the selling price, right? Next, another one there. So there is a person who bought a mobile phone for 40,000 rupees after a discount of 25%. See, so we need to find the mark price. This question resembles more like the question number 2 which I have done. So if you assume the mark price as X and subtract the discount from this, you get what? You get the selling price. So in this case, discount is 25%. 25% of what? The mark price. So minus 25% of X gives you the selling price, which is 40,000. And I am not going to solve this question now, because so many questions are based on the same concept. Discount is always subtracted from the mark price. Tax is always added to the cost price. Okay? Right. So this is the third thing you have to tell me now. What is the value of X in this case when you solve this equation? 25 by 100 is obviously 1/4. So I think the calculation is not that big. Right. Let's move on to the last question for this video. Here we have the list price of a water bottle is 600, and after successive discounts 15% and X%, it is sold for 450. So what's happening here? 600 minus 15%. Okay, that is the first discount. What is 15% of 600? It is 90, right? So 600 minus 90 is 510. This is the selling price if only 15% discount was levied. Okay. Now there is another discount. The discount is X%. So I don't know how much is X here. That's what we have to find. So after another discount, it is sold for 450. So you can see the difference here between these two. The discount is 510 minus 450, which is 60 rupees, right? And if I want to find the discount percent, X, discount percent, that is discount on what the discount was levied, 510 rupees, right? So 510 into 100, that will give you your answer for question number 6. And that's pretty easy now. You can just calculate this, and this is the fourth thing I am leaving for you in the question. The calculation, I think 0 cancels out here, and then 3 20 times and 3 17 times. There is a simple calculation, 200 upon 17, which you have to do, and let me know how much is the second discount which is allowed on the item. So friends, easy, right? Understanding plays a vital role in these kind of concepts. If you understand things, you are going to solve them. Otherwise, you are going to struggle remembering all those formulas which the teachers give you on the first day of the lesson, right? So try to understand the concepts, and I'm sure you are going to solve each and every question very, very easily. So friends, do share this video with all your friends who are struggling in such word problems of percentages, the applications, and do subscribe to the channel and click the bell shaped icon, important, for getting all the notifications. Thanks for watching this video, friends. Look for more such amazing videos on this channel. Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. All the best.